Welcome to the DTC Concepts YouTube channel. I am Dan. As always, before we get started, if you could give me a like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Today is kind of a fun one. We're gonna be getting into garage upgrades. So, what better place to do it than my own personal garage, which is always a work in progress because I do not have unlimited budget, and so I have to take my time as I live here and as I use the space to do things that I want to do. So, to get started, we can kind of go from the ground up. I've talked about this a little bit before, but doing an epoxy garage floor is a great, cost-effective way to make the space feel a lot nicer. It's not everybody's, favorite look. I can't say it's mine, but for the price meets function meets look, I think it's really good. You can do it for a couple of grand. The speckles that are on this really help hide a lot of the dirt. Obviously over time it will collect, but it still is very easy to clean. I use a Swiffer wet jet here and I love it. I have an electric car, so I don't deal with oil stains. Obviously, if you're not driving electric, you might want to think about a solution to cover a little bit of it where you pull your car in. But for me, all I ever have to worry about is water or dirt, so it's super durable, it's nice to walk on, and it goes right on top of the cement, and it gives this a much more finished feel for a garage. Again, this is not living space. I do actually park my car in here, so this is perfect. Talking upgrades meets function, behind me you will see my garage is drywalled. A lot of people think this is a huge undertaking. It's really not. Obviously there is some cost to it, but I put insulation in. This garage was completely open before, so I insulated it. I had the drywall put in. You can see when you look down here, there's not a baseboard. There is, just drywall meets the garage, but it's good enough. It helps keep it cool, and then it also gives it a finished look, and I can hang my artwork on it. So drywall is a big thing that'll make your garage feel finished. There was a vaulted ceiling in here. Obviously that got covered, but the other thing that it did was allow me to put insulation up there as well as plywood. And so now I'm able to use that for storage. So if you're looking for something that looks nice, will also do some function for you, I would suggest insulating as well as drywall. It's a really nice thing because it is 100 degrees outside right now. I don't know if you know this, but garage doors are expensive. And so when we were doing our home, the garage door was not in bad shape, so I decided to leave it. Now, I did make the mistake of painting it tricorn black, which absorbs 97% of the light and heat, so this thing was on fire. Few things I did. These are foam insulation panels. They were cut to size. You can fit it right in between your vinyl panels. I put a barrier between this and the door that is also aluminum. This really helped drive down that heat. The door was no longer burning to the touch. However, on the back side of this, my next goal or thing that I have on my list to do is paint it something other than the black. I want something with a lot more of a reflective light value. I'm leaning towards a paint color from Benjamin Moore or actually Magnolia Home, so stay tuned for that one. It'll be a different video, but the other half of this door being painted and reflecting the light and heat will actually help a lot. But this was very affordable, a few $100. We can link it down below, and just cut it to size and they literally pop right in. And it makes a big difference. This almost is like having a fully new insulated garage door, because otherwise this thing was in shape. I, lube it up every 6 months, it gets serviced. It's been okay, and I just didn't want to have to spend $5 grand on a garage door if I didn't have to. So it kind of continues that round of insulation that's all over the place. And so this one is my newest favorite. I finally put in my AC unit. This thing is heaven. Living in Southern California, this gets so warm. And so this particular unit is 110 volt. so it can get plugged into a regular outlet. It is on a dedicated circuit. Now, if you can go 240, that is more efficient. This one, long story short, ended up being free for me, so I kept it and put it in. This brand is fantastic. My electrician recommended it for me. Bought it off of Amazon. Again, we can link that below. It's got an app. I have it set up on a schedule to not walk into this garage and sweat like I'm in the Amazon forest is a game changer. And so, big upgrade, but I love it. So instead of just running all of the lines on the outside of the house, I did have drywall cut out, and so all of the line run is inside of the wall, and then it comes out the other side, but doing some drywall repair, and then this will be painted tomorrow. These kind of things you have to just be patient with. My garage was a shit show for like 48 hours, but I knew in the end, you know, it was going to be worth it. So, love it, cannot recommend this enough. And because now I have this AC, I don't have to worry about all of my precious artwork that is on the walls. Nobody else will ever care about it. My son will never want it, but for me, it is super special. And so that brings me to another thing that you can do in your garage, which is personalize that. This, truthfully, nothing in here is worth money. I guess maybe to the right person, but not really. But it is just waterlogged posters from my grandmother's basement. It is newspaper articles from my hometown of small town America in a flyover state. But it is from there, and I just like love it so much. It brings me so much joy. Some of my favorite albums, and then collecting some of the new pieces. NoFX's very last show that my brother took me to for my birthday. That was awesome. We've got Zach Bryan, because I'm seeing him for the third time this year. Maggie Rogers, one of my absolute favorites. And you can see I am a sucker for anything signed. So we have signed Maggie Rogers, signed Kings of Leon, signed Ash. I am a junkie for music memorabilia. We've got, again, from the 70s, and then mixed in with some newer stuff, well, newer from the 90s, but you can see it's all over the place. And now that I have this AC unit, I don't have to worry about this stuff getting ruined. So personalize your garage. This is not fancy. These are cheap frames from Amazon, but I'll tell you what, I get more comments on my garage than anywhere else, and it is mostly because of this. People will walk in and want to look at things, and it just goes to show you that if something is meaningful, people will take interest in it. So, personalize the space, take the time. This is a work in progress. It is not completely done. I will be filling out down below, up above, down below. I hope to eventually have so much in here that I have to rotate things in and out, but every single piece in here means something to me. And honestly, some of these, like this, I have had for 30 years now in my life, so it's really something special. So, sorry, that was me rambling because I do really love it. Personalize. As you can see, I am a junkie for music, and so it makes sense. In my garage, I put speakers in. Now, they're not anything super grand or special. It's Apple HomePod minis, but I can stream whatever I want, and I use these all of the time. It's great. I put in a mesh router system. I think that's what they call it. I'm not super techie, but I've got one of the things in the garage so I can update my car and also update the speakers, and I can stream. And so this is lovely. A lot of the times I will look at a poster and think, I should play that band right now. And then I do. Not expensive. These we can link as well from Amazon. It just holds the HomePod mini, plugs right into the speaker. You don't even need a shelf or a stand. So love these. It does the trick. The only toy in here is my son's bicycle because I am that kind of a father. But at least he gets to put artwork up on the garage fridge, not the house fridge, but also personalization. But speakers, it's great. I hang out in here all the time. I do work, I look at samples, I cry. This is my space. And so this helps me with that.